Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's great to see so many people coming in from all around the world. Thank you for joining our kickoff webinar of our new series. It's called Ahead of the Curve, Digital Marketing Tips, Tricks, and Best Practices for Businesses During COVID-19. Before we kick off, let's just do a quick sound check. Let's just go to the next slide there and do a sound check on. Great. Okay. And just a few housekeeping. All lines are muted, but wanted to make sure that we're coming through loud and clear. Maybe just put in the chat box that everything's coming through. Cheryl, we coming through loud and clear? Okay, great. So I'm your host. My name's Mike Monahan. I'm Vice President of Field Operations for WSI. I've also got Cheryl Baldwin, who's our Director of Marketing, joining us here. She's going to be handling the chat line in the back and getting questions ready for the end of the session here. Just a couple of quick things. We are going to be recording these sessions, so we will be sharing the recordings with you. The format of the sessions are going to be roughly 20 minutes of content with about 10 minutes of Q&A. We wanted to keep it short. We know everybody's busy now. And also, if you do happen to have any audio issues, just a recommendation, you may want to log out, log back in, or certainly you can call in using the telephone line that's provided. Just a little bit about WSI. We've been around for 25 years. So next slide there. Great. So we've been around for about 25 years. We've helped hundreds of thousands of businesses all across the globe in really virtually every industry and kind of working with our clients on digital marketing strategies. And what we wanted to do with this series, we really wanted to find a way that we could take some of that experience, give it back to businesses, provide you with some, really short tips that you can do in your own business to really help navigate through this unusual situation or these uncertain times that we have here. So our first session is a super important one. The session's on video marketing and how using video creates revenue, retention, and relationships for your business. Even before the rise of coronavirus, we've seen video really taking off and exploding. And that's certainly going to continue. But now today, it's even more important to be leveraging video to help bring us all closer. Now that we're all out kind of isolated, video can be a great way to kind of bring us together, humanize the experience with customers, things like that. So I want to introduce our presenters. Our guests today, they're really no strangers to video. We've got Ryan Kelly joining us here. Ryan authored the chapter on video marketing in the best-selling book, Digital Minds, Strategic Approach to Connecting and Engaging with Your Customers Online. Ryan's not only an author and a sought-after speaker, but he's also a digital marketing agency owner based out of California. Since 2017, Ryan and his team, they've racked up an amazing 10 awards. Everything from the WMA or Website Marketing Awards, International Advertising Competition, Top Developers and Social Media Consultants, and more. So welcome, Ryan. He's joined by Cynthia, who also works with Ryan very closely, actually some of the brains behind the operation there, just in really implementing these video tactics in their businesses and so forth. So welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here. Maybe just before we get started, one of the things we wanted to do was just run a quick poll out there with the audience, just to get a sense as to how they're using video in their digital marketing efforts. So just take a quick minute. Everybody out there, just select, are you using video in your digital marketing? Yes, no, or unsure. We'll just leave this poll open for a minute. Looks like we've got polls are rolling in.
Okay. I'm going to close the poll.
What do we got there, Cheryl?
I will share it. So we've got, it's quite a split actually. 49% say yes. and
wow.
46. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's like how
Awesome.
fast.
Excellent. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to Ryan and Cynthia. Guys, thank you for joining us and helping us kick off this this series on really pretty short notice, I will say. And looking forward to sharing with everybody some of the tips and strategies you guys are using with your business and with your customers, so maybe they can take away a few nuggets themselves.
Well, thank you, Michael, and thank you as well, Cheryl, two of my favorite people in Toronto, Canada, hands down. A big welcome to Cynthia Barillas. I tease her when I call her my 2IC, but she really is my second in command with my business. So I'm excited that we're presenting together. It's kind of a first. It's super exciting. So a little agenda. Morning, Cynthia.
Morning.
So we're going to cover, it's interesting. Cynthia and I really started using video aggressively, but in stages about 2 years ago. And it's interesting that we've only been promoting this webinar for literally 48 hours and we have over 600 registrations. So I think that now more than ever is a really cool and meaningful time in video for our businesses, for our social life, for our personal brands, for whatever. So we're going to cover things like how we use video in sales, in customer service, in social media, websites, marketing, working from home. I will warn you that it's going to be a little bit of drinking from a fire hose type presentation. So we're going to talk for about 14 more minutes and cover a crap load of information. And then we're going to take Q&A for 10 minutes. And then at the end of that 10 minutes, anybody that needs to go can go. But Cynthia and I and Cheryl are going to stick around and answer questions for a little bit longer than that for the people that want to stay on and ask some questions. So buckle up. We're going on a trip. Here we go.
All right, so some of our preferred softwares that we use within our agency, some of them are free, which are great. Some of them are paid accounts that we use for promo. So like Ryan said, we started incorporating video into our business over the past year or two, and promo we just started using just a few months ago, where we use that for social media. So it is a video creator and editor. It allows you to choose from a pool library of videos and then overlay text, add music on there. So that's for social media. The purple square that says CR, that is Adobe Premiere Pro. So we'll talk about how we add video into our website. So we use that to edit all of our videos into our website. Vidyard is an awesome free tool that we use. There is a paid account version for that, but the free one is awesome. I would totally recommend going and Googling Vidyard Chrome extension and downloading that one. I'll show you an example of how we use that within our agency and how you can use it too to shoot videos, add them into your emails, and really communicate with your clients and your customers. There's YouTube, which of course I'm sure everyone knows YouTube. The reason why we chose YouTube instead of something like Vimeo is, one, YouTube is free, and two, everyone loves YouTube. It's credibility. We're just leveraging the brand of YouTube. The minute that people see that red play logo, people know it's YouTube and they'll click it. So we just personally use YouTube video. Vimeo is another great tool you can use. There's Zoom, which I think over the past month, a lot of the world now knows Zoom. So we use that for video conferencing, similar to GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar as well. That's a video conferencing software. But we personally like Zoom because there's a free version for that as well. The only caveat is that I think at a group meeting at 40 seconds, it times out, but still a great free tool that you can use. It has great audio, great video. You can share your screen, you can record your meeting session. So it's a really great tool to use for that part. And so those are just some of the softwares that we use currently.
Yeah, and when we talk about kind of what we use and how we use it, just a couple things real quick. Shout out to my cousins, Katie and Christy, that are on here. A couple of our clients, Nicole and Sierra from Star Staffing, Darren from McClay's Automotive, Uriah from Guilford Counseling, Justin Hunter is actually on this slide. So when we talk about, so when we talk about using things like Zoom to connect with our prospects or our clients, what you're seeing here is an actual screenshot of a gentleman named Justin Hunter, who's the CEO and president of a high-end luxury residential building firm called Hawley and Associates. Shout out to Justin for letting me use his picture. But this was us the other day having a meeting. So, you know, when we talk about using Zoom to have meetings with your clients, your patients, people you're trying to prospect or sell to, there's just a certain amount of like humanity that gets added into video that you don't get in text. You can't read emotion easily. You can't read passion easily. People, when they see your eyes and they see you talking about what you love or how you can help them or how you care about them, it just adds more dimension. Video is so much easier digestible than text. So, you know, we use Zoom to not only connect with our clients and prospects, but we'll actually record messages in Zoom and send them via email to our clients so that they're getting lots of great information that they can hear in 60 or 90 seconds instead of reading 4 or 5 paragraphs of super boring information. So I thought that that was kind of something to think through, is how can you as a business, how can you with your personal brand, how can you with your consulting, your coaching, your legal firm, how can you figure out how to use video in your business? Is a question that literally every business right now in America should be asking themselves.
Yeah, and so like Ryan said, there's the sales side, but then once they become a customer, once they become a client, it's that customer service. So for me, I'm an account manager here at WSI. I manage, you know, over 50 accounts, and how do I you know, do that? And one way that I'm able to do that is getting to really know my customers, and video has really helped with that. So just by, you know, talking to clients, seeing face to face, like Ryan said, you know, getting to know their personality and seeing their smile and talking to them. So with reporting emails, I send out reports to all of my clients every single month. And like Ryan said, sometimes it's a long email with a lot of numbers. And so one way, and we actually just started doing this last month, this is that Vidyard tool that we use where we can record a video, add it into our emails, and provide a video summary in addition to the text, but do a video summary where that client is probably going to be able to digest that information more. They're going to see me talking to them. I'm able to customize the report and actually talk to them and not just write a really long email with a bunch of numbers. So if you want to play that sample, Ryan, just show maybe a few seconds of it, of how we.
Here it comes.
Do you hear? I don't hear the audio.
Oh, you can't hear the audio?
No.
Well, what it is essentially Cynthia is saying hello to our clients and recapping some of the information in her email. And I'm going to pause it because I can hear it and it's distracting. But it's really, it's just embedded, and I'll show it to you again real quick. Yeah. It's just embedded in the email with this really cool GIF that's like, hey, look at me, this is for you. And I'll just do another little thing where something you can do is to personalize video, because how many of us get video all the time that's just spam? It's garbage. So things you can do, like having a wave or writing somebody's name down on a post-it note and holding it up so that they know, like, this is for you, this is a customized video, watch this video. Like little cool things that you can do to make it personal, I think really go a long way. Back to you, Cynthia.
Yeah, so and with that thumbnail, you can have it be static, but the animated version is kind of cool. It entices someone to want to click play. We actually had Mike Chavez, who's the owner of Mike Chavez Painting, a painting company out here in Sonoma County, where it was his birthday the day that I happened to get his report ready. So I sent him, you know, it said happy birthday on it. I had a little confetti thing, and that was the intro to my email. And I said, hey, Mike, happy birthday. So again, just personalizing it, which enhances the customer experience. It's going to increase client retention, and it's also going to build relationships. And this other example was just a email. You know, reporting is one aspect of client communication for me, but there's just standard, you know, reaching out to clients and saying, hey, how are you doing during this time? Please reach out to us if you need anything. And instead of just saying that, I also added a super short video of me and my dog, just to personalize it a little bit, and just said, hey, how are you? Just wanted to say hello. So yeah.
Nice.
And then social media. So this is probably one of the easiest ways to start incorporating video into your business and into your social media strategy. We're using video for our posts, in our stories, Facebook and Instagram Live, and again, client communication. So because we do offer social media and do social media for our clients, we have a social media coordinator, Destiny, in our office, who also does reporting emails, and she communicates with her clients via Zoom, with GoVid. So you can kind of see a couple examples here where, you know, it's a screenshot of one of our posts, letting our clients know back when we were still in the office and not fully remote, that we were using hand sanitizer and being safe. This other example is Ryan's YouTube channel, SEO OnTheGo, where we not only post it as a post, but because it's over a minute, we add it onto IGTV, which is Instagram story, adding video on there, and people can really see his personality, and it increases engagement. People will watch it more. The thing with social media and using video, you want to use video more than just, using more than just using images, because people are scrolling all day and you have to find a way to stop the scroll. So video is one of those ways to do it. These are all the platforms that we use as well. I will say that TikTok is not just for teenagers. We were just at Social Media Marketing World this past month in we were in San Diego about a month ago, and it blew my mind how many people, I think 25 and older and 35 and older, are on TikTok. So I promise you, it's not just young kids. People are on there, and it's a great way to still connect with your clients and your audience on that platform.
Yeah, and some of the other ways that we use video, and we have like 3 or 4 minutes left, so we're going to go a little bit fast right now. We do client testimonials. This is actually Sierra Pratt. She's the marketing director for Star Staffing in Northern California. And we asked her, hey, would you be willing to say on camera how awesome we are? So like, why not use video for client testimonials? Why not use video to introduce your team members? So in this case, in the bottom right, I'm introducing Destiny Hayden, whoop, whoop, who is my social media division coordinator. And if you're going to be talking to her on the phone and she's going to be working on your strategy, your process, your ideas, your culture online, it's kind of nice to like virtually say, oh, there she is. Look at her eyes. See her smile. She's a person. Adding solution videos. You know, the #1 searched phrase on YouTube is how to. So if you own a business or provide a service where you can talk about how you do something, do it. Like, people watch it. People love it. So do it. People love it. Shameless plug, I have a YouTube channel called SEO OnTheGo. I do it, #1, because it's fun and I love anything fun. But #2, by filming or having a series or a show on YouTube where you're positioning yourself as the specialist, the expert, the person with the thought equity that everyone else desires. In this case, what I do is I give away literally all of my tips, tricks, process, strategy, and software on how to make search engine optimization work, because my demographic is not people that want to learn and do their own search engine optimization. My demographic is people that want to pay me or my team to do it. So why not be resourceful? Why not give away my information? Why not position myself with more trust and experience than my competitors? So ask yourself in your business, whether you're a law firm, a counseling or therapy group practice, whatever it might be, how can I put together a video series that's going to allow me to shine? Where do you shine? People look at shiny objects. There you go. Also, like webinars and education. I know it's so cheesy. Webinars and educational content, just like this. Like, the idea behind this Ahead of the Curve series that WSI is doing internationally is to provide resourceful information to everybody that needs it. WSI is literally doing what we're talking about. They're providing resourceful information to people. You as a business, you as a personal brand, how can you provide information to people? Cynthia.
Yeah, and just another way, so this is fairly new. I mean, we've all worked remotely at some point or another, but not fully remote as we are now. So of course, you know, with the shelter in place and everything going on, we are our whole team, and you can see a picture here. We're all working from home. So Ryan and I were talking about how do we make sure that our employees stay engaged? How do we keep our company culture? Because we have a really fun office back in Santa Rosa, California, where, you know, we have a pool table. I love coming into the office, so I miss being there. We have a pool table and our stand-up desks, and we have fun and Nerf guns. I knew that that was coming. So Nerf guns. So, you know, we like to have fun. So how do we keep that company culture going while we're not all seeing each other every day in person? So we use Zoom for team communication. We're doing daily huddles where we're meeting every day for, you know, 20-30 minutes just to say hi. I used to be able to turn my chair around and ask Destiny how her weekend was, and we can't do that anymore. So now we're doing daily huddles. We have a happy hour tomorrow set up where we're going to play this Quiplash game, which I've never played before, but Ryan found it, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
It's so fun.
Yeah, just keeping that employee engagement and increasing motivation, I think is really great using video. We all see each other. So yeah, it's a really great tool, a way to use to increase.
Yeah, and just to cover, we're down to our last couple slides. So we use a green screen for some of our professional videography, whether it's client testimonials or filming webinars and things like that. That personal green screen, I think we paid about $175 for. It's roughly 6.5 feet tall and 5 feet wide. It's awesome. That professional lighting equipment that you see there, we bought, I think it was like 85 bucks on Amazon. Not expensive stuff. I use a GoPro Hero 4 for all of my YouTube channel stuff because just like you'll see below it, we use a wireless microphone that connects to an iPhone and a GoPro. But what you may not know is some GoPros don't actually have the ability to plug in a microphone. So the Hero 4 there you'll see on the edge has a slot open where you can actually use a wireless microphone. I think that the wireless microphone kit I got was about $139. And then I have an iPhone 11 Max Pro, ridiculously enormous thing. And it takes amazing video. Like, I don't even need to use GoPro like I used to. So anyway, those are kind of some of the tools that we use and how much they are. So just to kind of recap, ask yourself, how can I use video in my business, whether it's for sales and prospecting, whether it's for marketing or brand promotion or brand equity, maybe it's customer service, maybe it's client communication or employee engagement, like the team motivation, the online happy hours, the camaraderie that we're still desiring as human beings. If you're running a team, you still need to provide that somehow, and you need to do it purposefully, meaningfully, and thoughtfully. So anyway, we are 3 minutes over. Mike, back to you.
No, that's great. And for sure, I mean, we've definitely found, you know, for us across the board here using GoToMeeting with the video, it really does help bring the team together, and the daily huddles I think are a great idea. Obviously, you've mentioned a number of amazing things with the client reporting, etc. So great tips there. We're getting a lot of great comments in the chat as well. Now, just before we get to the Q&A, I do want to remind people of a couple of things, just in case you have to jump off. There's more information on video, as well as a ton of other digital marketing kind of tips and topics. This is in our newest Digital Minds book, which is now available on Amazon. We've provided a link there just directly to that. Also want to remind you about the upcoming session that we have next week. And so this is actually going to be about competitive research, how to analyze the marketing activities of your competitors to get ahead. We've got an amazing facilitator for that one, or speaker, Francois Muscat, one of our principals based out of South Africa in Johannesburg. He's an internationally known speaker, as well as an author in the book as well. And so that's going to be a great session coming up there. And just,
I want to do a shameless plug for
Sure.
Francois. He is one of the smartest, most intelligent people with the kindest, biggest, most generous heart I've ever met. So if you want to learn a little bit about competitive research in today's market, you don't want to miss my friend Francois from Johannesburg, South Africa. Love that guy.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, let's get to some Q&A there. And so, Cheryl, what sort of questions do we have coming in?
Yeah, we've got lots coming in right now. I think one is around, I mean, you guys went through a lot of different examples of how you can use video across the business. Do you guys have a recommendation for how you prioritize your efforts? Or how, yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my most favorite sayings ever is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So don't try to eat the whole elephant in one serving. Pick something that you can think sounds easy. Maybe it's, I'm going to film one episode that's 10 minutes long on this topic in my business that I can really talk well about. And I'm just going to film that one video. And then I'm going to figure out what to do with it. I'm going to figure out how to put it on my website. I'm going to figure out how to put it on social media. I'm going to figure out how to start a YouTube channel and put the video up. Like the very first step is to just film something and then ask yourself how to use it, and just start somewhere. You don't have, there isn't like an official starting place that is universally known. It's the only universally starting place I can think of is just film a freaking video and then figure out what to do with it. The game plan is, yes, there's sales, marketing, website, there's all these kinds of things that you can do. And maybe you want to pick, like, what is the most meaningful video that I can film right now for my clients, my prospects, for my patients, for whoever it might be, and just film that video and ask yourself, how am I going to get this to them? Am I going to email it to them? Am I going to put it on my website? Am I going to promote it through social media? So step one is simply just film the video. And that's always the scariest part. Like, I know my cousin Katie was like, wait, am I going to be on camera if I'm in this webinar tomorrow? And I said, no. And she said, good, because I'm going to be in my pajamas drinking coffee. So the idea of like being on video is like, I have to have my hair done and I have to have my makeup done and I have to have a script and I have to have rehearsed it 10 times. If you look at my SEO on the go videos, I'm a one-shot wonder. Almost all of my videos are always the first take. So anyway, that's my answer, is there isn't really a starting point other than film a video and ask yourself how you can use it.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
I was gonna say, just for us, like, we didn't do all of this. Like, we started in steps where we started with SEO on the go, and we were just filming, Ryan was just filming the videos, and we weren't even posting them on the website yet. Like, first we got the videos, then we put them on YouTube, then we realized, let's launch these across social media, and then we said, this is great for SEO too, let's also put them on our website. And so, you know, for the reporting emails, I just started doing that a month ago. So it's really developed over the past 12 to 18 months of finally doing all of this. But yeah, like Ryan said, one bite at a time.
Right. And I would say, you know, for anybody here, you know, people that are joining us here, definitely, you know, if you're wondering, hey, where do I start with this? Talk to the consultant that invited you to come on this session today, because certainly they can maybe help prioritize for you as to where maybe the biggest value would be. I mean, there's a lot of great, really easy things that you can do here that Ryan and Cynthia shared. But certainly if you want to kind of look more at your overall strategy, talk to the consultant. If you're on here and you haven't been invited by one of the WSI team members, then just get in touch with us at contact@wsiworld.com, and we can definitely follow up and just provide some tips and advice on that as well. Cheryl, what other questions do we have?
Yeah, and go ahead, Ryan.
I was just gonna say, it's 9 a.m. and I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Anybody that needs to go, feel free. Cynthia and I and Mike and Cheryl are gonna stick around for some more time answering more questions. But for those that do need to leave, on behalf of WSI International, I want to say thank you guys for joining. We really appreciate you coming, and we hope to see you again. All right, Cheryl, back to you.
Awesome.
And maybe just throw up that last slide there, Cheryl. Or
I don't
Ryan.
have it, Ryan.
Yeah. Just we'll keep that one on there so that people can.
The next one after.
Sorry, the next one.
No.
Oh, you're going
Go
backwards.
forward. Go forward instead of back.
There you go.
And next.
All right, Cheryl, what's your question?
Okay, so an interesting question actually came in, and it was around, is there one thing, it's from David, what is one thing you would recommend not doing with video after doing it for so long? Is there anything that has jumped out that you would caution people or recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't not be yourself. Some people, and I can tell when I watch videos, if they're acting or changing their personality or trying to be exciting when they're not exciting, or trying to like play it down, you know, to be more digestible. Like, I would say be yourself. Like, I'm a little bit of a character, and I'm a little bit rebellious, and I'm a little bit loud and obnoxious, and I am who I am, and that is how God made me. So I would say one of the biggest keys to any video success is being authentic to who you are, being honest to your content, and being true to your users.
Yeah, and I would just say I'm a little bit of the opposite of Ryan, where maybe many people like you need to rehearse. And it took me a while to finally adjust and do video and say, okay, I'm going to add videos into my reporting, where I do like to practice things a few, but Ryan has kind of taught me, and I think I see it, and I'll record myself sometimes, and I know if it's scripted, I can tell, or it's like, you know what, let's just run through it once and then let's just go for it. So being authentic, not trying to practice it too much, because it does come off, like Ryan said, you can just tell. So I'm still practicing that and trying every day.
Yeah, because the reality of it is, in my opinion, if you really know your content and if you really know what you're talking about, it shouldn't sound scripted. It should just be from your heart. It should be what it becomes.
Agree.
Awesome. So another question is, because we talked about video across different aspects of the business, is there one person on a team that should own it, or does that get split up? What are your recommendations there?
So like, I have my SEO on the Go YouTube channel, and I also do speaking and speaking engagements. So I own my stuff, but we're actually talking right now with Destiny, who's our social media division coordinator, about launching something with a title similar to Getting Digital with Destiny, where she'll be, you know, filming the same kind of bi-weekly digestible episodes on how to leverage social media better for your business and your brand. So I don't know that it necessarily is like you have to pick one person in your business to be the face of video. I think it should be anybody that would be well accepted and do a good job on video, if they have the desire, should absolutely do it.
Yeah, and I would say, I mean, within each, for our agency, within each department, each person is doing video. So Ryan does video with sales, I do video with customer service and account management. Destiny's doing it with social media and adding it to our social media strategy, and even with SEO on the go. So Ryan films it himself, but then there's different moving parts. Like, I add it to the website, and then Destiny goes out and launches it on social media. So there is a group effort there. And like with TikTok, you know, we're going to be, Destiny and I are going to be collaborating on that. And also with a shout out to Ellie and Eric Cook over out in WSI in Michigan, where we're going to do a TikTok collaboration between both our agencies. And that's just a group effort. So yeah.
As my 12-year-old son would say, it's going to be lit.
So you talked about a little bit on, you know, when you're talking about creating videos and even the names for videos and how a lot of people search how-to stuff. Do you guys have some quick tips on how do you even make your list of videos you want to create? How do you know which ones maybe you should be focusing on, or ones that people are actually searching for?
Go ahead, Cynthia.
Oh, so we use, so one of the ways, I mean, with Ryan's SEO on the Go channel, I think he has like 20 videos now. We wanted to provide information that other people wanted to know. So not just what we thought was valuable, but what are people searching? So we actually use a website called, is it Answer the Public or Ask the Public?
I think it's Ask the Public.
Ask the Public. So if you go to askthepublic.com, and you can search essentially like how to, and then, or if it's around digital marketing, you know, and that's how we found our topics, was what do people want to know? And this shows you in real time what are the most searched questions that people are asking, and there's always a creepy guy on the homepage. So that's just, they just changed it.
And it's called Answer the Public. So yeah, if I put in here, like, let's say that I did, like, I was an attorney and I did wills and trusts, and I typed in wills and trusts, and then I click search. What it's going to do is it's going to bring in data in what I call flowers, but it's going to show me what people are actually talking about or searching for in true, like in real time on the internet. So this is the, you know, wills and trusts, which wills and trusts, lifetime trust, which will trusts. It gives you, like, if I scroll down to another one, wills and trusts, and it gives you like wills and trusts for dummies. Okay, well, we know someone's talking about like wills and trusts for dummies. All right, let's film a quick video where we talk about wills and trusts for dummies. This is what it is, broken down in 90 seconds. So using this answer the public and getting great ideas on what people are actually talking about helps us kind of provide relatively current information to relatively current questions.
Yeah.
Great. Do you guys have a recommendation on how often you should be creating video?
Frequency is key. Rhythm is key. You can do one every 6 months. Don't do one a week for 5 weeks and suddenly stop for 2 months. Yeah. Frequency is the key. Pick what's easy. Pick what you know you can do. If you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I could do one per week. Oh, I'm going to pull my hair out. Then don't do one per week. Do one per month. But commit to yourself that you're going to do one per month, because once you start to build a following and build a fan base, people are going to be expecting it and waiting for it. And when you're not providing it, you're actually damaging your brand. But it's not because you're not doing it. It's because you've broken your frequency.
Yeah. Frequency and consistency.
There you go.
Yeah. Great. I had a couple questions actually, because you showed the example of embedding the video into email earlier with your client communications. Which tool specifically did you use for that? And the animated GIF. I know Vidyard does that. I'm not sure if that's the tool you used or which one.
Yeah, so that one's Vidyard, and you can kind of see, Ryan, if you want to do a compose an email, just like a brand new email. And then you can see by the send button, there's a little video on the right. So that is there now because he's downloaded the Chrome extension. So if you look on the upper right, there's the little Vidyard mascot guy. So that's the Chrome extension that you download. And then once you click that, you know, there's the browser version too. But because he's downloaded that, you would click that icon of the video, and then it will just start letting you record. So you record the video, and then you would insert it, and then that's pretty much it. It's a fairly easy tool to use. If you wanted to change the thumbnail to the animated before you insert it, you would go back to this, you know, log into your account, and then just it'll show you the static versus animated, and then you just change it. And it's a very easy copy to clipboard, and then you would just paste it onto your email, and that's it.
Great. Yeah. I know that we're, you know, getting up to the time. So I guess there is a question here just around what is the best tool or the one you would use the most? And you probably have different ones, you list them, but can you just explain which one you use for what just quickly so people understand?
What software we use for each?
Yeah, like in email embedding, just maybe do a rundown, because I think people just want to know you use a bunch of different tools, but which one for which reason specifically?
So for Vidyard, I use a ton for client communication within emails only, where I'm just sending a recorded email out to a client. So it's not a real-time video. So that one's recorded. And then Zoom is our probably second most popular now that we're doing so much virtual meetings and video conferencing. And that can be, even if I just want to call my client, instead of just calling them on my phone, I just say, can we hop on a Zoom call? That's for reporting emails. That's with our team communication. So Zoom, and then, I mean, YouTube, because it's YouTube. So we post all of our videos there. And then those are probably our three main ones.
Yeah, and I would say YouTube is once you get to the point where you're doing a lot of video, YouTube is great. Number one, we actually don't natively put my SEO on the go episodes in our website. We actually just use the YouTube embed code, and it's because there's such a high trust value in YouTube that people are not worried about pressing play. I'm not worried about a plugin or something breaking in our website. We also use YouTube to transcribe the videos, because YouTube has a free transcribe tool where I film the episode, my team puts it into YouTube, they translate it in YouTube, they take the video and put it in our website and put the transcription of the video in the website, and then we draw optimization through metadata and virtual popularity, not to get nerdy, to those new videos, which creates domain authority and helps us get found online. Way down the rabbit hole on that one, didn't I?
Well, and that's a lot. And I know it can be hard sometimes to understand which tool to use when and how you should go across. So I know Mike mentioned that we're here to help. We're here to help you through any video questions you have, WSI. So make sure you are reaching out to your local WSI consultants with these questions, because they're on standby to help you through and either augment your strategy or get you started.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you haven't purchased the Digital Minds book, if you're curious about, video, research, sales, communication, everything digital, buy the book. It's not very expensive. It's a great book. It was written by really, except for me, really great authors. So just to promote that. And then if anybody has questions and you don't, and you don't know how to answer questions about video, you can always reach out to me, Ryan Kelly, WSI on LinkedIn, or go to WSISmartMarketing.com, and I'm happy to answer anyone's questions.
Yeah, same
For
here.
sure. And obviously, as Cheryl mentioned, our consultants can certainly point you to the Digital Minds book or the resources. A lot of the tools that Ryan and Cynthia went through, these are, basically tools that we all work with very regularly, and can kind of provide some more advice to you on that. So obviously a huge thanks to both of you for kicking us off here. I think it was a great session for our series. Thank you everybody for attending. We had an international audience. We've actually been overwhelmed by the amount of interest that we've had from clients and from our people that are working with our WSI folks in this series. And so this is the first one. We've got another 5 sessions lined up for you. Again, next week is going to have Francois Muscat, so definitely tune in. You use the same link for the session, so yeah, looking forward to it. So next Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, we'll be back here again with a different topic, and of course keep an eye out for the recording, as well as complete the survey. So let us know your thoughts about the session today. You're going to see that when the session closes. Just spend a moment to complete that so we can get some feedback and just apply that to our next sessions coming up. So
Ryan,
once
can you
again,
just move ahead on the last couple of slides, just so we have, I think, a couple slides just so we can say thanks. Oh, no, is there no slides after the Q&A one?
It's not.
Okay, great.
right. So
Well, we just wanted to say a special thanks to Ryan and Cynthia, but and to stay remote and use video throughout these times.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, and thank you.
Stay safe, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and everyone be safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.